Now, every day I get questions of, Dennis, is goat farming really lucrative or it is just a hearsay? I have discussed this several times, but I felt it wise for me to come back here and probably elaborate more on why I think somebody should start a goat farm in this particular year, but also because of the updated information that I get. Like I told you, every day is a learning day, most especially for me. If you're out there and you're not learning every day, there is a problem with you, because then you're having stale information. So in this generation and era, you need to unlearn, relearn, learn, and continue learning, and getting better. Every day of your life, ensure that you get better in whatever you're doing, be it farming, be it business, be it entrepreneurship, be it, relationship, whatever it is, get better. Ensure you get better. Thank you so much for joining me today. We shall be talking today about the different reasons why I think you should start goat farming today, and explain to you how really this can actually work out. So if you're new here, ensure that you subscribe. My name is Dennis Duke. Let's go into a short break. When we come back, what are the reasons you need to start goat farming? Keep it locked. Now, starting goat farming, most especially in a country like Uganda and perhaps most parts of the world, including majorly African countries, is because of the high demand for its products when it comes to meat, milk, and of course wool and whatever it is that is associated, even manure, guys. Because of that demand, majority of people are now joining the farming industry, but also because of the fact that most of us have come out here and, done quite extensively on, reported a lot of information, hosted a lot of people on my channel, and different other people hosting different other farmers. We are seeing a pool of people come. So please do not be let out. But number one reason as to why you need to go into goat farming is because of its high demand. Now, high demand for its meat, high demand for its milk. I'll tell you that when you look around Kampala, you will hardly find a place that sells goat milk. Yet, when you go into supermarkets and different spaces, goat milk is quite a lucrative business. It is charged highly, highly. Wait until the day they'll send you to buy goat milk. That's when you'll know how important goat milk is. But just to break it down, goat milk has several nutrients that are very nutritious to the human nature, that are very nutritious in our nutrition or day-to-day nutrition, ladies and gentlemen. And just in case you don't want to do it for the money, do it for your own nutrition. You can get 1 or 2 goats around and you milk them and enjoy the goat milk. The number 2 reason is their demand for meat. Now, why goats are on high demand is because they are consumed by majority of the people, majority of the population. They do not have a lot of religious, attachments to eat. Majority of people do eat goat meat. But also you want to look at the fact that there is demand for goat meat abroad internationally. People that have come into the business have actually learned how to do this. Now, for those of you who are starters, somebody would want to think, oh, maybe not, maybe yes. But look at it from this perspective. When did you go to a butcher and actually find goat meat prices lower than cow? Definitely not. Not even a single time. Every time you go there, you probably have seen increase in the goat meat in terms of prices. So this should definitely show you or mean to you that goat meat is actually a lucrative one. I usually tell people to do value addition. Whenever you do value addition, it means you're going to reap direct from the consumer and avoid middlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can do that, you will be good to go. Look at different ways of adding value. Package it well, sell it in supermarkets, sell it abroad, because if you sold it abroad, you wouldn't sell it at the same price that we are selling locally here. Now, starting up a goat farm sometimes requires low investment. Now, this depends or is dependent on how big somebody chooses to start. I want to be categorically clear, because if somebody is starting a goat farm of about 1,000 goats, it can't be lower. But we say low because we are comparing it to other livestock farms, for example, cattle or pigs. These other livestock farms require huge sums of money, most especially cattle here. But goats do require little capital. By little capital, for as long as you have land, I'm imagining all livestock require land, so that is, you know, a comparative advantage between or amongst themselves. But when we are talking about stocking the breeds, starting the structures, you could choose to start with low ground or leveled structures and not opt for the high-end raised structure, as much as the benefits of these ones are much more than these ones. And by the way, guys, I do the construction, so please reach out in case you need raised goat pens, construction, you know, everything to do with it. Please reach out to me and we shall be more than glad to serve you. So you want to start with something that you can afford, and goat farming doesn't require so much, as long as you have something, a shelter where your goats can be, and you ensure that you take good care of them. The management, the process of managing them is where the problem is, so ensure that you take care of that. But yes, compared to other livestock farms or farming, goats can be a low investment when you're starting, for those that are starting. Goats have high productive rates. Goats have a high productive rate, with females able to breed twice a year and produce multiple kids per birth. Again, this is majorly tied to the fact that goats have the ability to give birth to twins, triplets, and even quadruplets. That is if your goats have the capacity. Not all goats though, but some goats do. So therefore, if you're looking at goats that have the ability to do that, the qualities that you should look at: the goat should be a little bit bigger, should be longer, most especially for the females, and then the male should be, you know, I've talked about the qualities of a good goat male on my channel. So if, in case you're watching this for the first time, please go. I recently uploaded it, so you'll get to know all the qualities of a good male. But for the females, it should be longer and wider. That way it shows you that it has the capacity, and the breasts should be a bit bigger, you know. Yes, those are some of the qualities we look for when you are looking for a good goat female or a good goat male that I shared earlier on my channel. But also for the fact that goats give birth twice or in about 14 months. Yes, unlike cows that give birth once in a year, goats can give birth twice in 14 months, and they could give you triplets, quadruplets. So in a year, you have about 6 offsprings of one goat. So why not join us today? Another point is goats adapt easily when it comes to climate. So if in case some people have asked me, oh, do boas perform better in Uganda? What if I bring my goat and it doesn't perform well, it dies, or it gets infected with illnesses and so forth and so on? Goats have the ability to actually adapt to every climatic condition in Uganda. We've seen people take goats in Gulu, we've seen people take goats in Nebi, we've seen people take goats in Bale, we've seen people take goats in as far as Kasese, and the goats have done good. So because of their ability to adapt to different climates, goats are your go-to animals when you are starting. Now, for those of you who didn't know, when you start up a farm, you're not just starting up a farm for you, but you're starting up a farm for other people, because you are creating jobs for ladies, for gentlemen that are going to work at your farm, or people that are going to be involved in the value chain of the goat business. There are middlemen, there are, you know, people at the butcher, there are people and several others in the value food chain. So another reason that is also related to it is you're increasing food productivity. Remember, Africa is continuously being faced with a problem of famine, scarcity of food, food insecurity, and so forth and so on. Joining the agriculture sector, and most especially in the goat business, you're increasing food security. If we all got involved in farming, probably the prices of food would reduce excessively. Yes, this may sound bad for people involved and people reaping big from the agriculture sector, but survival shouldn't be expensive, because some of these things were naturally given to us by God. The land, the soils, and the rain, we do not pay money anywhere for us to receive the rains. It is just God that gives us this rain. So if we all got involved in the production of food, ladies and gentlemen, we would reduce the prices of commodities, the prices of meat on the Ugandan market and even on the international market. And this would mean that food security is attained. I did talk about, about the value addition briefly, but goats have the potential for value addition. I have a friend of mine in Kayunga called Hamisi Semanda. He started up a goat restaurant where he slaughters his goats and actually sells to people. And I'll tell you that this is a good business that you can do wherever you are, at your farm, in your own district, because Uganda is made up of about 50 million people. That's a huge population to feed. So whether you pick a leaf from Hamisi, you pick a leaf from me, you pick a leaf from Grace Woji, whoever you choose to pick a leaf from, ensure that you also do value addition. I did mention earlier that you can, package your goat meat and sell in supermarkets. You can package your goat meats and sell abroad. These are some of the key ways of actually, even goat milk, you can as well package. You can dry it and sell milk flour at an expensively high price. So the choice is all yours. Now, these are some of the reasons that I thought I should come here and share with you, ladies and gentlemen, most particularly those that have been coming to my inbox. I hope now this answers your question very, very highly. But also something that I don't want to forget. When it comes to the market is very lucrative. It's very hard for you to have goats, most especially in big numbers, and fail. But another thing that I usually tell people is you could do this and market seasons. For example, Christmas is coming up. We've had Eid. We've had several other celebrations in the country. All those events require goat meat. So if you targeted those seasons, you would stand high or higher chance of getting market for your particular products. Now, another thing that I also don't want to forget is managing goats is very easy. Very, very easy. I mean, all you need to do is to plant your grasses and then feed them, manage the small diseases that could arise from your farm, and then you will be good to go. As opposed to other livestock where you have to invest in a lot, like chickens, you have to invest in acaricides. Here, you're not investing that huge. I mean, you just invest a little and you're good to go. The reasons are way too many. Handling the goats is very easy. They are not, very stubborn animals. As long as you have a fenced space. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not subscribed, you're missing a lot. Until then, that's all I had for you today. Ciao.